What is up? Welcome back to Thunder RC. Looky here, y'all. This is a new project I've been working on. I'm unveiling it today. Superman, aka Electric 30 Degree North. Now this thing is decked out. I'm going to go over all the key features and all the ingredients that I have in this sucker so you can build one for yourself. Last year I discovered that the 30 Degree North platform is one of the toughest fifth scale trucks on the planet, if not the toughest truck on the planet. If you haven't seen any previous videos on the channel of my electric 30 Degree North, go check them out. They're probably 6 or 7 months old, but we sent this thing huge off the death ramp, and it just takes it, y'all. It takes skate parks, everything. It's amazing. You can pick up this car at Fearless RC, and they sell it as a roller. That's what I purchased, and I'm going to go over that. Now you're probably noticing the body's a little different. This is a Rovan XLT body, so I did take off the Rovan XLT front bumper assembly and rear bumper assembly, and also the body mounting post. And to do that, it's very simple. There's a few things that you got to do and a few mods to make it work, but it looks epic. And I did this for two reasons. I like to keep the truck light because I'm going to be bashing it, and you don't need the roll cage because you don't have a gas engine in it. So that's why I did it, and it just looks epic. You do have to trim the body to fit the wheels. Now I am rocking the Proline Badlands MX57s, 5.7s. I picked these up off eBay. I run these on everything. I run them on my gas rigs. I run them on my electric rigs. I run them every day. I love these tires. I highly recommend them. They're belted, and they're glued, and they hold up. They're a lot lighter than the old MX57s because they're not bead locked and so forth. But let's take the hood off. Looky there. Superman. And that just looks epic. I do have to say, those graphics are amazing. I got to give a thanks to Mama Thunder for doing that. She put some hard work into this thing, and it turned out great, y'all. This actually is a motorcycle wrap for a Can-Am that she cut up and just slapped it on there, and really did some tedious work, but I'm impressed. Now the spikes, those are for motorcycles. You can pick these up at eBay. They're really cool, and I just screwed them into some plastic here. So let's take the body off, and I'll show you what I've got going on. Okay, so this is my standard recipe for success with the 30 Degree North. I just kind of discovered this setup last year just playing around. The battery tray, now you can buy aftermarket battery trays. I have a lot of friends on YouTube that are doing the same thing. They're buying these mounting these trays. I actually made this tray, and I really like it. It came from Arma 8S mud flaps and side guards. I just cut up, and I just cut up some basic foam and threw it in there. It's actually bolted through the skid plate, and it's mounted in the chassis really well. And I bought these huge Velcro things from Walmart, and they work great. So I've really enjoyed this. This thing has worked really well. You can make your own, or you can buy the kit off eBay. Now this motor mount I bought off of eBay. It comes from AliExpress, and it's not a sliding motor mount, y'all. And I really like that. It's very durable. It's super durable. In fact, I think that's part of the reason why my truck was so tough and why the motor really held up to all the abuse. I even had concrete landings with this truck from like 30-40 feet up, and it held up. So I went ahead and bought another one. You can find it off eBay. I'll leave a link in the description where you can pick this up. I am running NHX pinion, okay? You can buy a pack of them off of eBay. This is a 19 tooth paired up with the stock 57. I believe that's a 57. These are mod 1.5 gears, and they line up perfectly. The cool thing about this motor mount is that it's got like 5 screws all the way around. So you're making contact points with the motor all the way around the circumference of the motor, which is really cool. And I've also done something here in the rear. This is my version of making a motor mount support. I stuck some foam and some 3M tape under there, and a little bit of electrical tape. We'll see how it holds up. It's really wedged in there tight. Now this is stuck to the chassis, so that's good. It'll keep the motor from flexing and hitting the chassis. I did have that issue last year, and so I wanted to eliminate that. Hobbywing Max 5 ESC, and I've just got that thing 3M'd on there, and it's on there good. So this is a perfect combo. This is the 800 kV motor from Hobbywing, and for bashing on 8S, this is just the sweet spot, y'all. You know, it's super fast. I'm running 100C LiPo batteries, and it's wicked fast. I don't see any reason why it needs to be faster than that. I think this thing does like 55, 60 miles an hour. It's wicked fast, and it's still decently light. I know a lot of guys have been throwing 12S systems in this thing, which, yeah, you can do it. It is overkill. You're going to have to billet the center diff and all of the transmission and maybe even the bulkheads, because once you go 12S, you're just going to blow your truck up. I'm just going to be honest. Like, it's more of a headache than it's worth, and for really not much more performance. I mean, the tires aren't going to hold up. So I just stay with 8S, y'all. I want this to be a basher. I dedicate it to be a basher, something that lasts for a long time, something that can take the abuse. And this is the setup that I have found works. Now, I have bent chassis in the past. This is a 7075 chassis, and it's 5 mils. I mean, this is an incredibly strong chassis, but you got to hit really, really hard. You have to hit off or hit on the nose to really bend this thing, or maybe a really hard concrete landing. And even when it's bent, it's totally still drivable for like eons and years to come. But a lot of people don't like bent chassis, and I understand that, so they go through a lot of effort of putting bracing in, and yeah, I might do some bracing, but for now, the truck's built. I'm just going to go ahead and send it. It holds up quite well in stock form. It really does. And is there anything else? I'm trying to think. I did solder on XT90s. Let me show you the batteries that I'm running. So these are the lipos that I'm running currently. These are the Kraken lipos. Really cool. They come from Kraken RC. I also run these in my Kraken Vesla. These are 14.8, so they are 4S apiece. 100C, so they've got some juice, and they're 9,000 milliamps. So these things last a long time. And I do recommend a battery of some substantial size and power for this setup, just to get this big truck moving. This is something that you want to do. Now, they are heavy, but this truck handles the weight like a champ. You know, this is a true fifth scale. It's made for big Taylor RC engines and stuff like that. Like, I have this same truck paired with the Taylor 46 GT, and the drivetrain's amazing, y'all. It's got 5mm pins. It's solid. Like, this thing can really take some hammering. The suspension is set up really good out of the box. It's very plush. I don't do anything to it at all. I leave everything stock. So as you guys can see, the day the 30 Degree North Superman is born, thunder is striking for real. That means it is the car of all cars. It is the one. See what I'm talking about, y'all? Superman.